Okay, you can start.
Okay, good afternoon. And my name is Emmanuel Boachijewu, and I'm here to present a presentation, a project pitch on promoting mental health and counseling in Kasoa, Ghana. So it's a community-based initiative, and it's concerned with tackling mental health in my community. So an overview of Kasoa, where I was born and raised. Kasoa is in the Owutu East municipality in the central region. It is the center of the municipality. It's very a growing city with surrounding towns such as Amanfrom, Iron City, Ofankor, Obum, and many more. Yeah, according to statistics, there are over 300,000 and growing in Kasoa currently. It's a town of diverse culture, a lot of different people from different ethnic groups and backgrounds. And one major challenge that is currently facing Kasoa is mental health awareness. Yes. So in this presentation, I'll be talking more about how we can tackle this issue through awareness. So the project idea here is a community-based initiative that is to promote mental health awareness, which also encourage a supportive environment for seeking counseling. So the objectives of this project is to, one, raise awareness, mental health importance, and two, to reduce the stigma, which is around counseling mental health effects. And three is to educate the community about the well-being of mental health. So, to begin, we'd like to first know our target audience. This project, this pitch presentation targets mostly the adolescents, the teenagers, or between the ages of 15 upwards, who are facing challenges in school, and also the young adults, like myself, who are facing financial pressures, work, family, and responsibility. Apart from that, we'll also be targeting community leaders, teachers, healthcare providers, and those who can advocate for mental health. So, when we say mental health, it can be explained as a person's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. But in our part of the world, Africa, Ghana to be precise, mental health issues and discussions are mostly frowned upon and not openly talked about. But just as physical health is important, so as mental health is. Whenever we are physically unwell, we see the care and concern given to us by our family and friends. But is that the same when it comes to mental health? So, importance of mental health, this mental health project, purposely for Kasoa, is that one, there's a high prevalence of stress, anxiety, and depression due to social pressures, school, work, economic challenges. And this stress and anxiety usually push people to find temporary options, and such as the experimentation of drugs, which it leads even towards effects. One other importance is that of the cultural stigma that is around mental health support. Yes. This project, if implemented, was going to, in a way, reduce the stigma attached to mental health. Another is creating a safe space for discussion and support. That is one important that we want this project to be. So some fear that admitting matters of mental health is a sign of weakness, but we want to put in our mind that you are not the illness. You are just a person with the illness. So in this case, we need to create a safe space so people can openly discuss their issues regarding mental health. And finally, the other importance is that there seem to be inadequate mental health services in Kasoa, to be precise. So with this project, we look forward to establishing or is building or putting in place measures in order to help people get mental health services in Kasoa. So to continue with the slide, there are some activities and strategies that I would like to go by. Regarding the target audience, which is that of the young people, we'll be focusing on school programs, peer support networks, sports activities, media campaign, and community workshop. So regarding the school programs, this mental health, we are going to take it to schools and educate these young ones on mental health. We're also going to organize campaign, shows, educative program for students on mental health and their signs and indicators. So someone may be able to know when someone is under the and feeling unwell mentally. We're also going to encourage them to speak out and thereby eradicating the stigma attached to mental health. We're also going to train local volunteers, which are the teachers and students, as mental health ambassadors. With this initiative, I believe that starting with the schools, it can go very far. The next peer support network, we want to create community support groups, just as I said, beginning in high schools, junior high schools, and senior high schools, and then extending them to communities, thereby creating safe space for dialogue where mental health issues could be freely discussed. And also, we encourage participants to support each other, since that's very important. Then, sporting activities. Just as they say, a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. We would like to train our bodies and so that our minds can be healthy. So you organize games to create awareness on mental health. Games such as cycling, football, marathons, and a wide range of games will help in reducing the stress and anxiety that is faced by these young ones, including depression. It also provide opportunities for building social connection and improving mood. Then you cannot do without the media. Our social media, we are going to use that to promote mental health. When it comes to social media platforms, we champion the cause of mental health through education on social media platforms. Then, in all that, we also encourage the culture of seeking counseling and psychological support when needed. Then we extend it to the communities and make workshops, organizing mental health awareness in community centers, which will educate communities on the misconception of mental health. Yes, that is very important. So as to reduce mental health stigma, thereby increasing awareness and acceptance of mental health. So with these activities and strategies, I believe that is a start where mental health could be taken as a serious issue. Well, in encouraging the culture of seeking counsel, we want to engage this community and traditional leaders. Then, to partner with local health services, such as the Ghana Health Service and also NGOs. If we want to go wide, we also want to look at the World Federation of Mental Health, the WHO, World Health Program, and partner with them so as to push this agenda. We'll then make flyers, posters, and distribute them in schools, markets, clinics to raise awareness, to let them know that it's okay to openly speak about mental health and to create a safe space and seek counseling in that case. And then we also talk and liaise with local radio and TV to broaden the reach through discussion and as announcement. So just as a picture in this slide, we see a young man under the cloud with dark thoughts, and there are others around, and they are speaking. In this case, they did not really understand his issue. So there are some expectations that this project aims to um, get. And such expectation is to increase the awareness and acceptance of mental health. Yes, we want people to become aware that being physically ill is as important as being mentally ill. There's no difference with that. So should not be any stigmatization attached to mental health. Then another expected outcome is for more individuals to seek counseling and support. For people to know that it's okay to speak out about things that are bothering them mentally, since it involves their mental, emotional well-being. And finally, to reduce mental health stigma in Kasoa. Yes, most of the time when people express such thoughts, they are tagged as those who are they are not well upstairs. So with all these initiatives put in place, we hope to reduce the mental health stigma in Kasoa. So in the summary, this pitch is purposely meant for mental health awareness and support. We want to know that it's important, so people should speak out. And with this initiative, we hope that will be so. Then the community has a major role in breaking the stigma. So they have to speak out and break the stigma. So we are going to start in schools and extend it to the community. And finally, we would like to encourage the involvement of community through volunteering, spreading awareness, and participation. So thank you very much. This is my speech presentation.
Thank you, Emmanuel. That was a very insightful presentation. So you did say that it would be in schools, and this would be more of information sharing. Um, I don't know if you discussed how you would be doing that. And you said it will be workshops. Uh,
Yes.
so how are you going to advertise this? Would it be flyers, one-on-one conversations? Would you be advertising this?
Okay, so with the schools in mind, the senior high schools in my locality, the public senior high schools currently are two. One Englishy amount from senior high and the other Udupongpe senior high. So with this, we visit such schools with a team and then present projects. And with the help of the teachers, we then assemble such students and present our project to them. So it becomes one-on-one with the teachers. And when we get them on board, we, through the teachers, we also spread the word to students as a whole assembly.
Okay. Um, So, and would you have to engage? So that means you can talk to the school, like the headmasters, to get permission. What about the
Yes.
regular people on the streets? How are you going to approach that?
Okay, so Kasoa is a very busy place, and there's a center, community center, that we can ask permission from the assembly to set up, to erect tents or small spots whereby we advertise or make the community know that there is a session for counseling. Anyone who wants to speak about mental health or has an issue can come, sit, talk freely, and then that. So that is also a plan on the agenda.
How would you measure the impact?
Okay, so with the measuring of the impact, we can put a suggestion box, um, and then also using the social media, uh, TV and radio to see how the impact of the interviews and the discussions. And also after each session, we could speak to the those we interviewed, and see if they have anything positive to say about their encounter with us. Then we can see if we are going forward, or we are at a standstill. That is one way we can measure impact. But there are other ways that, after careful planning and consideration, we can find other ways to measure our impact on this issue.
What is the potential challenge you could face with this project?
There are many challenges. One I would say is the support from the community, as there is a stigma attached to mental health. People may be unwilling or not want to approach these stands, or not want to fully engage in them. So that is, or maybe, a major hurdle in this case. But apart from that, if we make this project a lively one that draws attention, one that catches the eye, I'm sure that particular challenge could be overcome.
Okay. So, did you state how you could you're preparing to solve that problem and the challenges in case you face them?
Yes, I'm still researching more into it. I am not actually a mental health expert, but I am someone who wishes to know more and put myself out there to be a voice. So I'm also still doing my research. I'm on my board doing, and so I'm also willing to learn and take suggestions if there may be any.
And my last question is, since this will be a big project, um, do you have a team already in place to help you do this project, or you're the only one at the moment?
Yes, currently, I'm the only one at the moment, so I will need a team. Yes, that is true. I will need a team, but currently I'm the only one. So the suggestions are open. Anyone who wants to come on board, we'll sit down and see how we can put our energies together to achieve this project. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I really enjoyed your project, and thank you for making it specific to the Kasoa community. Yeah, that's very insightful. Let me know
Thank
if
you,
you
sir.
have any questions for me. If not, that we should be good to go.
Okay, for now, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Yes, for now, I don't have questions.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming. Our last presentations will be next week, Friday, the 8th. So on the 11th, we should send 11th, yeah, November, we should send out the finalists. Even if you were not selected, we will let you know via email.
Okay.
But thank you for coming.
Thank you for this opportunity too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.